bagel? What category?
Grain.
Okay, most of the time, it's not whole grain, but there are some whole grain bagels.
I buy the whole grain.
If you buy a whole grain bagel, you're okay. If you're buying a regular bagel, then this is not whole grain, this is not in our healthy category. How about cream cheese?
Dairy. No fat is fine.
Yes, if we get fat-free cream cheese, you're still in this category, because we said fat-free dairy. So if your cream cheese is fat-free, this is still considered a top-level food. If it's regular cream cheese, that's not a top-level food. Same thing with butter. Okay?
A little bit,
So with the bagels, can we say like muffins?
That's okay?
Same thing with muffins. A little bit of regular cream cheese is what you're asking?
Yeah.
A little bit of regular is better than a lot of regular. But it's not the preferred food. It's not something I'm taking as a health food, as opposed to like the fat-free. Muffins, the same thing. If you can buy whole grain muffins,
Brand?
if they're whole, if it's whole, that's good. If it's the regular white English muffin, that's not a benefit. Same thing with what? Toast or pita bread. They all come in whole wheat and whole grain. Okay? All the types of cheese generally are very high fat. The regular cheese is just like butter, basically. It's very high in saturated fat. So as much as you can, try to eat light. If you can't eat fat-free, try to go for the light. Let's go next. How about eggs?
Very bad. Cholesterol.
You said very bad.
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol. So in the egg, your egg white, this part, is very healthy. Very healthy. It's a category 1 food. In the middle, your egg yolk is a good source of cholesterol. So if you love eggs and you can, if you're not scrambling them all together and you just put the egg on the pan, for example, if you like it scrambled, or if you like to just boil them, and you'll eat the egg white only, very good. Do you need the egg yolk? I don't think you need it. It's not necessarily something we need. Okay, falafel. How about falafel?
Bean?
Falafel is a bean and vegetable, but how do we, it's fried. So we want to avoid frying anything as much as possible. No frying, but otherwise the falafel is a relatively good food. So what's better, fried falafel or fried chicken?
Fried falafel.
Fried falafel is better, at least it's a bean and vegetable. Okay, so even though it's fried. Okay, how about coffee?
That's the best in town.
Okay. Coffee, if anyone remembers from our coffee talk,
Bean.
Just one
a little, it is a bean. If you have a small amount of coffee a day, 1 cup or less or something, it's a good antioxidant. It's a good antioxidant, so it may be beneficial. More than that may be harmful. The problem with coffee, I don't think Brother Eid should have any coffee now because it raises blood pressure and it can speed up the heart a little bit. So maybe this is not what you really want at this time. But in general, there is no consensus that coffee is bad.
It's addictive, so
Potentially. But now, your coffee, what you put on it is very important because the Starbucks coffee can come and you can make it into 500 calories more than the Big Mac in 1 cup of coffee.
the whole cream.
Okay, but if you're putting coffee just with a little bit of fat-free milk, some Splenda, you can still have almost a no-calorie coffee.
Tea is the same thing like coffee, antioxidant?
Tea is better. Like green tea is probably better than coffee.
Regular tea, the one.
Black
And regular tea, we assume maybe it has less caffeine. Maybe it's better. Tea usually has good antioxidants also. But someone had mentioned coffee. Beans, how about beans? Best food in the world, maybe.
That's the best in town.
The best. So if you love food, the best breakfast for you to have. But you can't put on the fool, you cannot put half a cup of olive oil in 1 plate of food. Okay? Because then you've got about 1,000 calories.
olive oil's no good?
Olive oil is good, but in quantity makes a difference. We didn't talk yet about the oils. Okay, but beans are fantastic. You don't want to have them refried. You don't want to put butter and all the other additives, but bean as a bean is great. Which is also, if you're stuck for fast food, a bean burrito without cheese is better than most of the other fast food sandwiches. Because at least you're getting beans and some. Okay? Eggplant is good. If you don't fry it, relatively should be good. It's a fatty vegetable, but it's still relatively good. Hummus is also good. It's considered healthy. Tahina is considered healthy. Paratha, if it's whole grain,
No, but it's
is
not
good.
good with the butter.
There's some parathas that are whole grain.
All paratha filled up with butter.
If it's all filled up with butter, then it's not good because butter is not fat-free dairy.
Yeah, paratha's prescription for heart attack.
Okay, so most of them, most of our breads are a problem.
Nihari and paratha.
Okay. Now, if we
Spice is not bad.
spice is not part of this particular thing. I don't know about the effect of spice on the heart. Okay.
Spicy will burn your heart.
It's better for you.
Spicy will burn your heart.
But the spice is good for
Okay, let's go. Anyone have a tissue? We need just one tissue. Let's go to a tissue just to wipe the board. Let's go to our. Let's go. So we're going to leave breakfast. Let's go immediately to lunch. But is everyone who here feels that they can improve their breakfast to be more healthy?
What is stuffed? What is stuffed?
Stuffed. He was stuffed eggplants with walnuts. Nuts are healthy.
That means you put inside.
Okay.
free you.
Okay, how about lunch? Give us lunch ideas, quick. What can you eat? What do you eat for lunch?
One chicken.
It's a grilled salmon. It's a little
One chicken.
green beans with the meat.
Big bag.
So we heard salmon, salad, rice.
Brown rice.
What else?
Brown rice and vegetables.
Pasta. Green beans, nahari. Okay. Yeah, we want to know what you're eating, and then we can discuss about how good it is.
Grilled salmon with a salad.
Stew beef.
Beef stew.
Beef stew.
Anybody eat fast food for lunch?
Big bag?
Too much.
What type? Just you can share with us foods. Pizza. I haven't seen the tacos. Okay.
Chicken nugget.
Okay. So quickly, salmon and the fatty fishes are considered good. They have omega-3 and they have some benefits. They're not as good as these groups, so that's why I put a line before. So if you had to choose, do I eat the beans or do I eat the salmon? The beans may be better. Okay? We're not saying don't have it. We're saying if you're going to compare, the vegetables are better. Okay. Salad, of course, is good. What type of salad dressing do you use?
Italian dressing.
Yeah, if you're using Italian, if you're using low fat, this is better. Some of the dressings, the ranch and the Thousand Island and these, you will ruin your whole salad by putting it. Okay, there's a lot of salads they sell at restaurants. It'll be a chicken salad. It looks good. It's all green. It has some croutons. But the calorie value of this salad is worse than the fast food meal at In-N-Out. It has more calories because they put the chicken, they put the croutons, they put dressing, and they put a lot of salt. So they make it taste very good, but it's not necessarily a health food. So if you're going to eat salad outside of the house, in the house you're in control. You control it. But if you're outside, be careful. You should know. All the restaurants now have to tell you how many calories their foods have. And they have to tell you the fat and all this, if it's a chain restaurant. So there's no guessing. If you go to any of these places, you don't have to guess. You can find out. But salad, of course, is good. Brother Kaiser said brown rice. Who eats brown rice at least sometimes? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Who knows how to cook brown rice? Brother Kaiser only. So Brother Kaiser should give us some help. A quick cooking class. Brown rice is harder to cook than white, but is much better. It's whole.
Yes.
White rice is not whole. They took the fiber out. They took some of the vitamins out. So if possible, if you can eat brown rice, that is great. Okay. And
Brown rice is not whole grain.
it's whole rice.
The wild rice is whole grain. Brown rice, they take the skin
Indian
off.
rice. Yes.
Take the skin off.
But it's just not polished.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point.
Not polished?
Indian rice.
Okay.
No, that's not
That's a
true.
whole rice. That's a
Okay.
The wild rice is the whole grain of rice.
Really?
Wild rice.
Brown rice is same as white rice.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, same because you can take the grain out.
You see, the whole
skin.
grain has to have the skin on. You don't have the
Yes.
skin on the rice.
No,
So
you cannot
if-
take the skin.
Let's say this. If we can get wild, okay. If we can get wild rice, let's consider that fantastic. If we cannot get wild rice, let's try to get brown rice. If we can't get brown rice, let us try to avoid jasmine rice, okay, which is
Or basmati.
not good. Basmati is probably better than some. The rices, there's many different types. Some are better than others. Some basmati is good. Some long grain rice like Uncle Ben's is good for diabetes and so forth. But if possible, if we can get to these, this will be better. Pasta. Whole wheat. Yes, they sell it. If you eat whole wheat pasta, it's good.
Or spinach.
Whole wheat pasta.
Yeah, less calories than the.
Whole wheat is better. And if you can have